Welcome back to the series of videos about experimental paradigms to study visual perception using the P5 library, which is the JavaScript version of processing. In the previous video we discussed visual search, and for that I already sort of finished an experiment with multiple trials. Now we will discuss change blindness, but for this I only have a very simple code, a single trial code, without reaction time even. I will try to create a better one in the oncoming days, but for logistical reasons I already have to create the video right now. What is change blindness? Well, let's look what it is. Change blindness. Perceptual phenomenon that occurs when a change in a visual stimulus is introduced and the observer doesn't notice it. For example, observers often fail to notice major differences introduced into an image while it flickers off and on. And we discussed it in class, where we saw all these very compelling demonstrations that indeed if you change something in an image, you don't notice it. So this is the simple code. This is the paradigm that is often used. There's a flicker and there's a gray interval in between. Something is changing in this image, and I will give you a second to find out what it is. Indeed, it's here. It is the logo. So there are a number of things that, although this, I cannot even click on it, so it's really very simplistic code. I really have to change it. But there's one important aspect that I can already explain in this video, which is the preparation of the images. So there is one, well, let's download the code. For those of you who don't know what Ajax means, that's a football club from Amsterdam who won the who didn't win the Champions League last year. Anyway, so these are the images, and this is the Ajax one is the original image. And you want something to change this, and you want information to change, but not more than the information. So what you do, at least what I normally do, I open it in Photoshop. You can use a different version, but in some way you have to make a change to this image without changing too much. So if I want to get rid of this red thing, and I will do like this, then of course you will immediately notice this. So in some way I have to get rid of the information, but not introduce more stuff. And that is why Photoshop is very nice. If you press Shift Backspace, well, you get the same thing. You can do content aware. Then it basically uses a texture synthesis algorithm to fill in the piece that you delete. So this is now, and now the information is gone, but the thing itself isn't a salient part of the image. So I think this is a good image to use next to the original image to find out how fast you perceive the red flag. I think we can, let's try to do that. So I save this as IX5. It's here, and let's go back to the P5 sketch. So now I have to add it to the images. So add a file, IX5, put it here. Now it's there, it's in the image folder. Take care that it is in the images folder. that image is well. And then I change this to 5, and I think this should work. Let's see what happens. Yes. And of course, now you know. If you show this to naive people, they might also notice this, because the red thing is quite salient. There are things that are more or less salient, or more or less um, basically that people are more or less conscious of when they perceive an image, and that's essentially what a changed blindness paradigm can tell you. So yeah, you can use this code. Hopefully in the next days I will make better code, so that you can save the data and measure reaction times. Stop it.